Marketing. It's a 9-letter word that becomes a 4-letter word to a lot of advisors. So why do advisors struggle so much when it comes to marketing? Joined by Rachel Eccles of eMoney to discuss. Rachel, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Rachel, tell me, why do advisors struggle so much when it comes to their own marketing?
Yeah, I think a couple of reasons. Advisors are really struggling with developing a marketing strategy. So they really want to understand, what should I be doing? What could I be doing better? What content do I need? How do I reach my audience? And they really want some tips for how to do that.
So do you have some tips today to help advisors?
I do.
Nice.
I do.
So what can advisors do to improve their marketing?
I think the first step is really defining their marketing strategy, and that starts with setting a goal. So it sounds really basic, but it's about setting a goal that's measurable and realistic. Anything from, I want to increase traffic to my website by 30%, or I want to have 50 new leads in my pipeline this year. And that goal is really what is going to frame the entire strategy.
What's next? What else can they do? Once they've defined that goal, set a goal, what can they do next?
The next biggest thing is really defining your target audience. So who are you trying to reach? This becomes really critical. It's about starting to understand who that person is before you actually start to market to them. You want to know what their challenges are, what their hopes are, what their dreams are, so that you can really start to understand them and provide them with some valuable content that's going to reach them and help educate them.
And that's great too, because it allows you to define who you're reaching toward, and it gives you that laser focus to your practice.
Exactly.
So then what's next after you've kind of defined that?
So then it becomes really understanding where those people hang out and making sure that you're there reaching them where they are. So I call this choosing your channels. And there's a bunch of different channels where people consume information. Is it a blog? Is it social media? Are your folks on Twitter? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Do they consume newsletters? And really understanding where they are and being able to provide them with content that meets their needs in the places that they consume it.
So it goes beyond just, I'm going to scatter shoot and hit all these targets. It's not throwing spaghetti at a wall. It's having a specific channel that you want to reach towards.
Exactly, and it's about making it personal.
Yeah, so then what's next after you've done that? You've made it personal.
So you've created your content, you know who you're reaching, you know where they hang out, and you're posting content there. You're building an audience, essentially. Now it becomes about developing a distribution strategy and getting structured about it. So it's not just sending out a piece of content once a month or twice a year. It's about being pretty regimented about posting content regularly. So your audience is following you on Twitter now. They're expecting a blog post, they're expecting a newsletter. So setting time each day to post content on social channels and develop your brand there, to post content on your website, to share content via newsletter or via email, and making sure that you stick to that schedule so the people who are consuming your content can expect it.
So it's all about setting a target, setting some goals, being laser focused, and ultimately at the end of the day, being consistent with your message.
Exactly, being consistent.
Excellent. This has been some great tips, some great strategies. Thanks so much for taking some time to chat with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Rachel. For Investment News, I'm Matt Ackerman.